Now we're going to talk about the cross-section sheet. The cross-sections show a wealth of additional information. The next slide is we're going to show you how to interpret a cross-section sheet. So here's a cross-section sheet. On the left, vertically, are seating quantities. And on the right are fill and cut quantities. For what we do in right-of-way, they're really not relevant. All right, highway stations are shown on the cross sections. In this case, on the top, we're at highway station 114 plus 0. And again, we are looking up stations. So if you would go to the bottom of the page, you're going to see highway station 113 plus 0. The next one is going to be station 113 plus 50. The next one will be higher, and then the next one takes us to station 114 plus 0. All right, we are now showing you the center line of construction and right-of-way. That is 0 on the bottom of the cross-section page. That red line shows the center line going through all the cross sections. We're looking up station. So again, parcel 10 would be, parcel 10 isn't shown on this, but it would be on our left. All right, the elevation changes are shown in a bracket to your left. That is elevation above sea level. Where road pavement will be at the center line of the road. I've drawn a black arrow to that. That exists just above the highway station reference, and the number below the highway station reference is where the ground exists at the center line of the road. I've just drawn in a rectangular red box that shows the existing right-of-way. So I've just now drawn an arrow from that rectangular box going to the bottom of the screen. That shows that the existing right-of-way is 30 feet from the center line of the road. Going to the top of the screen, I've just drawn in another red rectangular box that outlines the new SH easement that's going to be taken. And then next to that is the limits of the temporary that are going to be taken. Underground utilities are also referenced on cross sections. There is an arrow showing where that would be. I put in some blue highlighted areas to the right. Dotted lines represent existing, solid lines represent proposed. The existing surface of the land, if you're looking to the left, is shown as a dotted line in this case. The proposed is a solid line. So at this area, we are removing dirt to create a ditch. Ditch slopes are represented. The back slope is 3-to-1 and the fore slope. I'm having difficulty reading it, but it's referenced here. And then I've drawn a circle around a squiggly line that represents the directional flow of water as it will flow in that ditch. The existing ditch will be filled in. So you can see the existing ditch as a dotted line, and you can see that road will exist over where that existing ditch is at. So the new surface of the road and the existing surface of the road remain about the same because the solid line and the dotted line overlap. That's how we know that. So now let's look at what's happening in the vicinity of parcel 10. Here's the cross sections. We're starting at the bottom, which is station 119 plus 0. And parcel number 10 starts at station 119 plus 50, which is the center of the sheet. Again, parcel number 10 exists from highway station 119 plus 50 through station 121 plus 50. There is the start of the Ryby property, parcel number 10, which would be the westerly limit of the property. As we're looking up station, parcel 10 would be on our left. I've just drawn in a red line representing where the existing right-of-way is at. The existing ditch, which is on the Ryby property, is going to be filled in. Drawn in another red line representing the limits of the SH taking. The new ditch is shown. It will extend from the SH taking into the approximate location of where the old ditch was at. Below the dotted line is where soil is removed. All right, I've just drawn in a red line. That red line represents the center line of the existing ditch. Drawn in another red line to the left. That represents the center line of the new ditch. And at this station, the ditch is moved, the center line of the ditch is moved 8 feet into the Ryby property. All right, now you can see a horizontal blue line that I've just drawn in. That horizontal blue line represents the width of the new ditch. And we're drawing vertical lines in. And so the width of that ditch is approximately 18 feet. And we can get that from the distance references at the bottom of the page. Just drawn in another arrow, which represents the approximate limits of the temporary line at station 119 plus 50. All right, we're going to move up to station 120. Drawn in red vertical lines representing the limit of the existing right-of-way, the location of the new SH taking, and the location of the T taking. One thing you can show is that the SH stays at the approximate same location, but notice that the temporary varies in depth as we move up station on the Ryby property. All right, not much more is happening at station 120 compared to station 119 plus 50. The ditching appears maybe to be a little shallower, and the temporary is a little shallower also. All right, we're at the next group of stationing. Remember that the Ryby property runs from station 119 plus 50 through 121 plus 50. So all 3 of these station references represent the Ryby property, which is to the left. Just drawn in the center line of State Route 87. 121 plus 50 represents the easterly border of the Ryby property. Going down to station 120, drawing in arrows that are representing the existing right-of-way limits, the limit of the new SH, the limit of the T. Cross sections indicate the ditching in the new SH area. Note that the ditching is going to be quite a bit shallower than the ditching at the westerly border of the Ryby property. We are now at station 121 plus 0. Again, drawing in arrows representing the existing right-of-way, the new SH and the T. Proposed ditching is shown with the arrow. We're now moving to station 121 plus 50. Arrows are showing the limits of the existing right-of-way, the SH taking and the T taking, and the proposed ditching is shown again. Again, it appears to be slightly shallower than the previous station. So, conclusions from the cross sections. Existing ditching is going to be filled in. New ditch is going to be moved into the SH acquired area, but will be wider than the existing ditch. That new ditch is going to be about 18 feet wide. Time for a knowledge check.